Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, I'm going to make this short video tying together uh, an explanation of why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is humiliating and destroying Muslims. And just first to start that a couple of years ago, I sat down and went through basically all the Muslim countries to see what is the condition going on there. And 26 Muslim countries now are either being destroyed by war or poverty or natural, what we call natural disasters. Of course, they're from Allah. And, or living under tyranny. And the thing is that all of these are in the Quran and discussed in the Hadith. And one Hadith in particular, Rasulullah ﷺ says that a day will come and the nations will gather to kill the Muslims. And the nations will invite each other to join the feast. And the Sahaba asked, Ya Rasulullah, is it because we will be few? And Rasulullah said, no, you will be many. Okay? But you are ghutha. Okay? And ghutha means, something that is useless. And you are infected with al-wahn, which is a total weakness. Okay? This is a term that's even used in medicine. And it means when the human being is just totally weak and unable to do anything. And then the cause of that is hubb ad-dunya wa karahiyatul maut, essentially living your lives according to your enjoyment. Okay? So now let's take a look at some things that have been going on, say, the last 40 or 50 years, all right? When we can see that Allah's destruction and punishment has been increasing, all right? And try to think of the world, as a stage in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is examining the Muslims. And we can set up this thought from Surah Al-Mulk, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Tabarak alladhi biyadihi al-mulk, wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir, alladhi khalaq al-mawta wal-hayata liyabluwakum ayyukum ahsanu amala. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has power over everything. And He created death and life for you to test you who are the best in your actions in your life. Okay? So Allah is saying that this life is a test. It is a purpose to see what you do with your life. Okay? And so the world is basically a stage that Allah has created. And we, in our daily lives, are being examined by Allah to see what our worth is. And Rasulullah ﷺ has warned that a day would come that the Muslims live your lives according to your enjoyment, and you become ghutha, which means useless to Allah's deen, useless to the mission of Islam, the purpose of Islam, the objectives of Islam, and also basically useless to humanity, useless to human civilization. And I've made, in several videos, I've made the point that that is the condition that Muslims are in right now. Okay, so now, Muslims came to the West, and there was nothing stopping you from Islam here. And that was the greatest opportunity that the Ummah has had in over 500 years. And you could have done Islam, but you didn't do it. And imagine Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala seeing you come here as representatives of the various Muslim countries and Muslim peoples. And living here, you chose a life of just making yourself happy and enjoying yourself. You neglected the very mission of Islam, which is human beings entered Islam, and you abandoned and ignored the converts to Allah's deen, who are the innocent human beings who came looking for Islam. And while you were enjoying your lives, we lost our families, our friends, our people. We became outsiders to our society. And we had to learn Islam on our own, because every convert knows we can't learn Islam from you. And you did nothing. ISNA just turned 55 years old. The DFW Muslim community is at least 45 years old since the Richardson Masjid was built. And not a single agency, not a single office in the entire DFW area, and honestly in the entire United States, has ever been funded and set up so that converts who have a long list of difficulties and problems can actually solve our problems. And I guarantee you that the conditions that the converts are living in today is 90% similar to what the Sahaba lived in, because that was actually what happened to them. I know that you always think about the horror stories of the torture, you know, Abu Jahl torturing this person and that person, you know, or some of the Sahaba being killed. But those are just like the highlights. But the real day-to-day reality is that as soon as they became Muslims, they began losing their relationships. They lost their people. And that is why they had to make the three hijras, 2 to Habasha, and then the final hijra to Medina. And in Medina, they were embraced by Bani Aus and Bani Khazraj, and they established the institutions there to solve their problems. Where do the converts have to make hijra to now? Because for myself, I've been a Muslim for 31 years. Okay, and you've got nothing going. Your masajid are useless. Your imams are useless. The people sitting on the boards in the masajid are useless. Muslim brother, useless. Muslim sister, useless. Okay? Obama dropped bombs on 7 Muslim countries. Trump is going to increase that. And it is from Allah. إِذَا قَضَاءَ أَمْرًا إِنَّمَا يَقُولُ لَهُ كُن فَيَكُونُ. Whenever Allah decides something, all He says is be. And that's exactly what is going to happen. It is from Allah. So understand that Muslims came to America. There was nothing to stop you from Islam. You did not do it. And then I think now you should understand exactly why Rasulullah said that you are ghutha, useless, and that is why Allah has sent the peoples of the earth to destroy you. And unfortunately, fascism is rising in the West all over. And they are coming for the Muslims, and it is from Allah. And you will make dua, and Allah will not help you. And I'm very sorry. That is the fact. Okay? I hope you understand now. Assalamu alaikum.